Happy Devil's Sunday. This is the Woo Report. I got a scratchy voice. I think that happened when I was doing that football call last Friday night. Losing my voice again. It's a Happy Devil's Sunday. This is the Woo Report, episode 281, titled What the Devil's Trade Deadline Strategy Should Be. I'm your host, Sam Wooge, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. So what should it be? Trade deadline? Should they go for Timo Meier? Should they go for the Hail Mary? Or should they do smaller trades, more impactful trades? Not on paper. The Cornhole 55 says get Timo Meier. That's all they should be focused on right now. Timo to New Jersey. Let's go 49ers. The bird to the Eagles. LOL. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. What about you, Mike Rossi? Happy Devil's Sunday to you, too. What should the Devils' strategy be? Should they make smaller moves to keep some of their cap space for next offseason? What do you think? Let us know on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and Twitter Live. What trades would you make on deadline? Would you make any trades at all? Would you beef up the team? Would you go for Timo Meier? Brock Ness Monster? Vancouver seems to be interested in Damon Severson. I don't know if that's true or not. I saw one of those infographics out there. What are your thoughts? Well, I think the Devils need to be competitive in the trade market because they're going against other teams. Maybe drive up the price. But I think the Devils need to keep their pipeline. I think the Devils need to stay focused on the long term as well, taking in consideration that none of us expected the Devils to be in contention of being the top tier of the Eastern Conference. San Jose is interested in a lot of our players, says Cornhole. Well, you know what? They are. That's why they have their scouts out. At the last Devils home game, San Jose Sharks scouts were in attendance. Cornhole is asking me, will you be at the game Thursday against Seattle? I don't know my schedule yet, Cornhole. Got a lot of things going on, especially planning the February 25th extravaganza at American Whiskey. It takes time. It takes planning. And I encourage you all to go to that February 25th event at American Whiskey. Lots of football going on this afternoon. I figured I'd do a Woo Report before all that. Also, we got Let's Go Devils Podcast Sunday edition, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. Beer Baron, Shorts Guy, and Scotty of Sirius XM Liquid Metal will be on. Peter says, what's up, everybody? I'm live from the Port Chester Fire Department. Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much for letting us know what you do. The Insane Polak says, wow, how did the Niners not challenge that catch? Lots of football talk. A lot of hockey fans, a lot of Devils fans are football fans like myself. I'm still not over last week's loss. Still figuring out what the New York Football Giants are going to do. But I think the strategy needs to be this. Is what that I'll refer this to the Pierre LeBrun article. I think the salary cap culture needs to be in place. I don't think the Devils need to be like drunken sailors, because you can't do that in the National Hockey League. You have what we call a salary cap. You need to have something strategic in place. This is why you invest heavily in your analytics. This is why you invest heavily in your scouting. Scouting is everything. And I think there's going to be smaller moves that are going to be made. And I'm going to read off what my good friend Jameson was telling me through text message. Thank you. Through text message. If you're going to get Timo Meier, it's going to sting. Claude Lemieux is his agent. Claude Lemieux, as we know, was a former New Jersey Devil. If you remember, Claude Lemieux, even as a player, negotiated hard. And Timo Meier is going to cost you. Everybody knows he's a great player. Does he want to be here? Does he want to be united with his fellow countryman, Nico Hischier? And at what price? At what price would you pay Timo Meier if he's asking at least $9 million a year? Again, how does that fit with your salary cap conscious culture? Jack Hughes has signed 8 years, $8 million. Dougie Hamilton making some loot with the Devils for the next 5 to 6 years. So you have to think about the consequences of that. Trade deadline, the strategy. I really think it should be that the Devils stand pat. If there's a deal to be made, it's got to be a good one. And a good one, it should be. I don't think the Devils should get ripped off. I think they just need to put in some depth. Depth on the blue line, depth in the bottom six, beef it up. Oh, my goodness, I see you. Jets still haven't suffered a loss this postseason. Woo. Oh, okay. I thought you said something different. Dave Singer says the ask is Sharon Govich, Holtz, Ball, and a first and another pick. You know what I would do? I would do that. I would actually do that for Timo Meier. But what kind of first round pick? Is it 2023 or 2024? That remains the question. I would love to keep the 2023, considering it's a very deep draft. Cornhole says if we send Holtz Blackwood a round pick and prospect, we can get Meier without Bratt leaving. Very true, but will San Jose go for it? Max says, I don't want to get rid of Sharon Govich because of his PK ability. Sam. That is very true. But it's not like Sharon Govich is an elite penalty killer. That's something that can be taught. What Timo Meier brings to the table cannot be taught. His offense is that good. It's sexy good. But going back to what my friend Jameson was saying, thinking, let's see, Luke Shen as a D for rental. Perfect bottom four fit for us. Physical and cheap. What do you think? I know those are not the sexy trades that you want. But I think the Devils are best when they're out of the headlines making these deals. Stephen Engel says Ball, Holtz, Boquist, and 2 draft picks can go. But would San Jose want that for Timo Meier? he comes at a premium. You're probably going to have to give up. They're going to be asking for Mercer. They're probably going to be asking for better players. But like I said, Tom Fitzgerald doesn't have to really make a move. It's not like it's do or die for the New Jersey Devils if he makes a move. Peter Seifert says, here's a hard take. Luke Hughes should go to the minors for a year. I think he should. Shakir will be part of the trade. He is a mystery. Mercer is untouchable, says Peter. I believe so. I think so. He should be untouchable. John Sumner says we could use these three players, Timo, Henrique, and Kulikov. You know what? Offense is not a problem with the New Jersey Devils. I think depth is. We see what injuries can do for a team. And that's something that we have to think about. Think about your strategy on the Devils trade deadline. Do you want to jeopardize the future? Because once you trade your assets, we have assets going down the road. Now, I will say that Timo Meier's worth every penny, but at what cost? Now and in the future. But the Devils will be a dominant team in the top six. But like I said, what about the defense? We have Brendan Smith as kind of like your seventh D guy, John Marino coming back. Traditionally, you want to shore up your seventh and eighth defensemen going into the playoffs because injuries do happen. They do happen. Do you want to put Luke Hughes and Simon Nemec in a playoff situation? Being young and talented as they are, is that fair? Well, they kind of did that with Colin White back in 2000. Brian Rafalski played an entire season, 2000. The rookies in 2000 team really took stage with Madden, Colin White, Scott Gomez, and Brian Rafalski. But they had a lot of experience, with the exception of Scott Gomez. They had a lot of experience at the minor league level. John Sumner says, Luke Hughes scored 2 goals last night against Penn State. He was a beast. He's definitely a beast, but that's college, John. That's college. What will it translate at the NHL level? We're going to have a podcast tonight. Let's Go Devils podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Beer Baron, Shorts Guy, Scotty will be on tap. Got a little football going on. Hello to Bill Agnew. And also Michael Hay. Michael Hay. Happy Devil Sunday to you too. All right, I'm losing my voice right now, so I'm going to cut short the podcast a little short, but we'll be back 9 p.m. Eastern here on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. You have a good football Sunday. We'll see you at 9 p.m. Eastern. Until next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go Devils.